Guys, it's Cole from TBD, Team Budget Duelist. Today I'm bringing you a Performapal deck build. So to start this build off, I have two Performapal Salute Tigers. When he destroys a monster by battle, you search for a Performapal Pendulum monster, so he's pretty useful. 1 second Donkey, I may bump him up to 2 or 3 even, but you only really want to use his second effect is if you have your scales set. When he's normal or special summoned, you add a Performapal monster. He searches everything except for Odd Eyes, so he's useful. 3 Performapal Drumarillas. His Pendulum effect is when an attack is declared involving your monster or an opponent's monster, you can ramp up one of your monsters by 600, and that's the same as his monster effect. So he makes it really useful when you're trying to ramp up Odd Eyes and get that double damage in.
And he can also normal summon himself without tributing if there's no monsters on the field, either side.
So next, 2 Camelups. He is just a scale 2 really. I don't usually use his effect, but you make your opponent's monster lose 800 defense if it's in defense position, and
then inflict piercing, right?
Yep. So next, moving on to the scale 5s, 2 Silver Claws. He makes all Performapals gain 300 attack, and his monster effect is when he declares an attack, all Performapals go up by 300. Next, Lizard Draw. He's a really useful tool. When you have another Performapal monster or any Performapal card in your Pendulum zone, you bounce him to the extra deck, you draw 1. And when he's on the field and if he's destroyed, or if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you draw equals the number of the Performapal monsters you control. So he lets you keep drawing and plussing off him.
Whoop, sorry about that, dropped the phone. Right,
okay, so next we have 3 Skull Acrobat Joker. He makes Odd Eyes possible. He makes everything possible in this deck. When he is normal summoned, you search. Anything in this deck that's really a monster is searchable. And his you don't really use his Pendulum effect, but he lets you get out Odd Eyes. So he is probably the best card in this deck besides Odd Eyes. And then next, triple Odd Eyes. He is the beat stick. He controls the duels. He wins the duels. So everyone knows his effect, and he's just the best. So, all right, next, moving on to spells. So 1 Raigeki, 2 Recastings. When you draw that crap hand, you shuffle them into your deck and draw 1.
Raigeki though.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just when you draw that crap hand. Next, 3 Illusion Balloons. So when you have a monster is destroyed by battle, or destroyed at all during this turn, you excavate 5, special summon 1 Performapal. So it's just another way to have field presence. So you never want to have an empty field with this deck and even in this format because OTKs are a thing. So triple Bubble Barrier. He protects your Performapal monsters from being destroyed.
And then you also don't take battle damage.
Yeah, no battle
involving
damage.
them.
Alright, 1 Revival. I just kind of have this in here. It's a decent card. I may bump it up to 2, but if a monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon 1 Performapal monster from your hand or grave. I only run 1, really, just because I only have 3 that usually hit the grave.
You've only played 1?
Huh?
You've only played 1?
No, I only play 1.
The past few duels that we've done, you've drawn that
I don't know how. I don't know how. It just ends up in my hand. But yeah, it happens. So 2 last-minute cancels. This just helps you to not get OTK'd. If you have a face-up attack position monster, you activate this when attack is declared. Put it in defense position, and if a Performapal monster is destroyed by battle, instead of hitting the grave, it goes back to your hand. So, yeah. Next, we're moving on to the triple Mirror Force. I just like this card.
It's a good card. Because almost any deck
Mirror Force
that doesn't use Wiretap or Trap Sun.
Oh yeah, you. All right. Next, triple Call.
I know that card is needed at 3.
Yeah, this is definitely a must at 3 because if you have a bad hand or just need extra searches, this is one of the only times I'd have an empty field but have extra back row because, you know, MST and trap negation and stuff is a thing. So when an attack is direct attack happens, you activate this, negate the attack, and you get to search up to the whatever the attacking monster's attack is with your defense is what you add it up to. So
yeah, search out basically the attack that the defense monster basically from the attack.
And lastly, Performapal Pinch Helper. I run it at 3. It's just another one of those anti-OTK effects. So if a direct attack is declared, you can activate this to special summon 1, negate the attack and special summon 1, but its effects are negated. Also, its second effect is you can send it to the grave and you will not take battle damage involving the next attack with a Performapal monster.
All right, now
so that's for the main deck. So extra deck. So
with the multicolored card sleeve, look at them.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off with the rank 3s: 1 Grinosaurus, 1 Wind-Up Zen Mains, and 1 Leviathan, number 17.
That's secret rare. I love it.
And then next we're moving on to the rank 4s. So 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Cowboy, 1 Samurai, 1 Diamond Dyer, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 number 50 Black Ship of Corn, 1 number 103 Ragnar Zero, 1 Castell, 1 Silent Honor Arc, 1 whatever this guy's name, Illumi whatever, Knight, correct. And then 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, just because you may need it. So, you know, the extra deck is usually something you don't want to go into, but
because with Lizard Draw's effect, isn't it to where if you control another monster other than a Performapal monster, you can't draw?
No, if as long as you have him on the field and you can have you just want your field full of Performapal and Odd Eyes. So, you know, that's pretty much this deck build. You know, you make it your own. You can net deck this, whatever you want to do with it. This is Cole from TBD signing out.